progressed in the cup at the weekend. Took a bit longer than you might have liked, but you did get there.
Yeah, well, we did what we set out to achieve, and that's be in the next round. And I did speak all week about how tough that game was going to be, so it didn't surprise me at all. But even though we were made to work until the last minute of extra time, I felt, well, I know we deserved to win. We were the better team over the game, but certainly Morton made us work exceptionally hard and had an opportunity to win the game with scoring so late. But I thought my players approached it in the way we wanted to. We never disrespected them or took a foot off the pedal. I thought we created lots of chances, and like I say, it was great. The character is shown because with 15 minutes to go, and you haven't broken them down for the previous 105. It's difficult, but I thought our composure and our belief was excellent in that second period, and scored two good goals.
Talking about tomorrow night, then, how's the team looking? Anyone returning from injury? Anyone out? Everyone all okay?
No, we've still got a couple of injuries, so that's a bit frustrating. Johannes, obviously, he came into the squad late at the weekend, so he's trained again yesterday. So he's obviously still in the squad, hopefully, for tomorrow. But apart from that, it's pretty much the same. I don't think there's anyone coming back from injury. So, we are where we are.
Hibs tomorrow night. What have you made of them since Sean Maloney's taken over? Do you think they have changed their style a little bit? Do you think they have any different strengths and weaknesses than the previous two times you played in this season?
No, I think obviously I think the main difference for them maybe is Boyle leaving. He's obviously a massive player for them over the last few years, and gave them a specific threat, which he was sort of relatively unique, I felt, in the Premiership, in how he could win games. But they've still got very good players, which they've always had. I think they've always been a tough team to play against. Previous to Sean being there, with Jack being there as well. So the challenge will still be as big as it was before, but there'll be little tactical changes, as you'd expect, between two different managers, but still a good team as they were before, and still a big threat.
I know you don't like to look at the league table too much, but you are currently above Hibs. They're a team that want to be in the European places like yourselves. So these are the kind of games that you do want to win if that's where you want to finish at the end of the season, want to continue to keep your place above them?
Well, we wanted to win last Tuesday because that would have been 3 points extra on our tally. It's about the points tally. That's what it is. There's a general target that we need to hit to finish in certain positions. So whoever we pick the points up against, that's what we have to try and do. So this is just the next challenge. You don't get any extra points for beating teams around you. And like you say, I think you're right. I don't pay particular attention to the league table because I think it's irrelevant at this stage. But we just got to keep adding points to that tally, and we missed an opportunity last Tuesday. We have to try and take the one tomorrow. But I feel the players are in a good place. We took a slap last week with a couple of unfortunate poor goals for us to concede, but generally the performance was very good. Saturday I thought the same. I feel that the momentum is still there that we had before the break, and we have to take it into tomorrow's match. I'm sure it'll be a real good game. I know both teams will want to win the game. I think the crowd will be good, so we're looking forward to it.
Can it be a confidence booster when you see, if you were to win tomorrow, that 4 point gap for the boys, if they look at the table and see themselves that they are competing up there, and they're doing it, well into January, February? Can that play into your hands in a sense?
I think the confidence we get is from winning a game of football against a good opponent. I encourage my players not to pay attention to the league table, so I'm not going to then all of a sudden show the importance of it if we get a good result. I'll be contradicting myself, so I don't like to do that. I think there was a great confidence and feel good factor after winning on Saturday. Every game you win is a great feeling. It goes through the club, all the staff, the supporters, everyone connected with the club. Whatever game you win, it's a great feeling to have, and that's what we aim to do every time we play. So we do it in training. We want to go home feeling good about ourselves after training. So you can only do that by doing your best. So that's what we try to do all the times. But no, we do not target one particular game above or below any others. Every opportunity to win 3 points is good, and I've never seen a sad face when you win 3 points. Well, I've actually a couple of times, but we'll leave that. more those sort of selfish strikers that haven't scored, but that's back in the day. But no, look, it's good to win games. I think we've done that regularly this season, but that's the challenge we've got for the rest of the season if we want to achieve anything this year.
A week left of the window, roughly. Are you content with where you are at the moment, or would you like to do something maybe?
We've been doing a lot of talking about that in-house with the staff, and I think if we can try and strengthen the squad, we're going to try and do that. I think there's a couple of parts in the team that I feel we need to strengthen. I think defensively we need to have a look at our pool of players and see if we can add to that. Because I still feel that there's things that we need to iron out and get better at. But we've always got our eyes and ears open and talking to a lot of people, and sort of when players are there available, we're assessing whether we think we can get them, or whether, first of all, whether they're good enough for us and whether they can improve us. But that's something that we're looking at in the last week. I think. Listen, if we've got the group of players we've got now, then we're very happy. But I still feel that I think we can really push this squad and improve it, even if it's by 1%, and it's still an improvement, and we'll try to do that.
I know you commented on Tony's transfer last week, but as the week goes on, how much can that help? That transfer, does it help you in terms of either cash or freeing up wages or whatnot? Is that maybe loosen the purse strings to help you get the players you want?
No, it hasn't made a massive difference in what we could do. I think the board have been quite clear that if there's something we can do, then they'll do it. They'll help us do it. So that's great to have that support. It's really important for us. But also know the restrictions we're under, and we do have a strict wage structure that we need to stick to for the long-term sort of health of the club as well. So we know the parameters that we have to work in. We're quite clear about those. If it's outside that, we can't do it. If it's within it, we try and do it. But look, all finance that comes into the club, it doesn't automatically mean that that's all available, because we might have been overspending just before that as well. Sort of almost planning on bringing money into the club. So but we've got the money there if we need to do something. But as you all know, it's not millions of pounds. But it's certainly enough to get the right players to make us better. Just
well done, Ross. Confident. He's good chat. How exciting is he for you guys? How excited should?
Yeah, I think it's been a frustrating wait for myself, really, because obviously we signed him quite a while ago, but we had to wait until January to bring him in, and then he was ill. He missed a little bit of training, so it was getting him up to match speed, and but we saw the talent when we watched him over the summer. We've seen it in training, and the other players have seen it in training, which I think is important, that your peer group respect you and see what a talent you are and what a great lad he is. But it was great for the supporters to see him as well, and him do it in a match scenario. I've seen it before at his previous club, but until you get him in your team to interact with the rest of the players, you're not quite sure. But I thought he had a great impact on the game on Saturday, as did the other subs. But I just feel he's something different from the rest of the players that we have, and we want to have alternatives to win different games. And there's still a lot of progress that Ross has to make to become the finished article. But certainly the raw talent is there, and the drive from him. He's a very mature boy for 20 years old, or say mature man. I think he knows where he is. He knows what he has to do to succeed, and he's willing to go for it. So it was great to see him in a Motherwell shirt finally, and hopefully we'll get one that fits him next time.
There was saying that perhaps the next 6 months are about settling in and perhaps just getting minutes here and there. Just what are you looking for him out of this first 6 months?
Sorry, say that again. Sorry.
He came in and said basically that the first 6 months is just about settling in and different things. What are you looking out for him?
I don't know. I'll just say I don't sort of have an idea of how long it's going to take a player to get into it. Really, I think he's been playing football regular for the last 2 years. He's a fit lad anyway. He obviously I spoke to him a lot when he wasn't here about how we play and how we see him fitting in. He's seen that in training. I thought he got it straight away in the position he played on Saturday. So for me, we always understand that players, certainly young players anyway, are going to go through peaks and troughs, and we have to get them through that. But I feel he's ready to go. I don't. He's not a baby. He's been playing football all his life. The game hasn't changed by coming over to us. It's still the same game of football. So I feel it's there. An opportunity is there for him to be up and running straight away. But he's got very good players around him to compete with to get in our team. So it'll be interesting to see how he progresses.
Just when you're talking about defence as well, perhaps wanting to strengthen in that area, would they need to go out for that at all? Because you've got a lot of options in different areas at the back.
We've got options, but there's a few injuries there. There's we're looking long term as well. We're not just looking for now. So even though we're in January and we've got obviously the second part of the season to compete for, we're still looking at possible targets that we can bring in for the future, for next season and beyond. Players that we can either put straight in the team or compete for the team, or we can get them up to speed over the next few months. So we're looking at different sort of profiles of players. But I just feel with the injuries we've got at the minute, there we're a little bit stretched, and we need to make sure that we've got enough support and quality to finish this season well. So we'll see if we can bring anyone in. If we can't find someone to improve us or possibly be part of what we do next year, then we won't do it. It's quite clear.
You've had injuries in the central defence quite a lot. Seems to be, there's always somebody or one or two of them out. Has that been a frustration that you can't get that consistency? Yeah,
I would say that's been we talked about it the other day, and everyone talks about consistency, certainly in the centre half position. Because it's quite they're all important positions, but it's fundamental to how you play and defend. And it's probably been the most disruptive part of our team all season. I think there's been consistency in the other positions, in all the other positions apart from centre half. So that's something we have to address and look at and see if we can and get that consistency with the players that we have here, or by making additions. So that's I think that's been a standout sort of issue for us all season, to be honest.